we are so excited to help you with Mystery Hostess Parties. My topic is party post. I feel like there's a lot that goes into what type of atmosphere you're trying to create in your Mystery Hostess Party and the posts that you are posting. One thing that helps me to kind of show my excitement and get my guest excited as well is to think of some type of theme that you can put into your party. So whether it be maybe a holiday that you're close to, or maybe you want to do like a mystery type Mystery Hostess Party, whatever it is, that's going to kind of lead you towards the type of graphics and posting that you're hoping to do. So a couple of tips before I get started. The first one is to go all in with inviting. You want to personal message as many people as possible. I know that you've probably already heard this a bunch from many of the other leaders sharing about Mystery Hostess Parties, but this is the number one most important thing that you can spend your time doing, is to personal message as many people as possible. This is going to be your VIPs, your past customers, past hostesses, even your closest friends and family. But you want to spend the majority of your time personal messaging, and be sure to not add anyone to your party unless they first said yes to your personal message. Another tip that I have for you is to buy lots of new titles, or some new titles. Even if you only buy 3 to 5, buy something so that way you have something new and exciting to share with your guests. And then, like we talked about, creating some type of theme. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to create your own party tent. You could even use any of the past templates that our amazing leaders have created for us. But the goal is to inject your personality, show your excitement, and maybe spend some time creating a few unique graphics to make your party extra exciting for your guests. And then to do some teasers. You're going to do these personal posts or lives on your personal wall, maybe in your Facebook stories, or even in your VIP group. The goal is not to share everything. You don't want to go showing them all of the brand new titles that you got. Maybe you give them a glimpse of a picture, or a picture with your kiddo holding one, but you want to just give them a teaser to pique their interest and their excitement for attending your party. So I wrote some notes for myself here so I don't forget anything, so I apologize if I kind of look off to the right, but I just want to make sure that I don't forget anything to share with you. So we've talked about some of the tips pre-party. Now I want to talk about, some tips kind of to make a successful Mystery Hostess Party. Now I want to talk about some pre-party posts that you might be doing. So my goal is always to add my guest to the party at least 3 or 4 days before the party. If you are able to and have your messaging done early and you want to add them a little bit sooner than that, that's perfectly fine. But the goal is to not lose their interest, but also to build the excitement leading up to the party. So some of the posts that I do pre-party, you definitely want to play lots of games, so several games. Some ideas of games that I've done in the past for Mystery Hostess Parties. I've done bingo, I've done scavenger hunts, book stacks where they stack as many books on their head as possible. 20 questions is amazing because it gets them searching the website, looking at all the books and asking yes/no questions to kind of narrow down their topics. I'll make sure I share some of these game graphics in an album for you. Another one I like to do is like in kind of having them post a silly selfie or a GIF showing their excitement for the party. You could do emojis. One of my favorites is post only using emojis. Share about your favorite fairy tale or Disney movie. So they have to kind of in the comments post emojis, and we have to guess which Disney movie or fairy tale that they're thinking of. Picture roulette is fun. They have to kind of just scroll through their phone and land on a picture, and you have to pair a book with that picture that kind of represents that picture. And then guess how many. So you could have a picture of your bookshelf, guess how many books are on this bookshelf. You could have a jar full of jelly beans or whatever you decide you want to do, guess how many. That would be another great fun game to play. Another post that I like to do is inviting friends to the party. So this is a little bit of a trickier post that you do. You definitely don't want friends mass inviting, so this is something that you have to be very, very clear on, whether you share about it going live or whether it's like the first line in that post. You know, parties are more fun with friends. Here's how to gain extra entries into our Mystery Hostess drawing, but be sure to personal message your friends first. Limit up to 5 friends. Don't leave it open-ended because all of a sudden you're going to have 100,000 friends mass invited to the party. So be sure to set a limit, have them personal message, and when their friend responds yes, they can add them to the party, and then once that friend's joined, they'll tag their friend in the comments, and that's how they're going to get their extra entries. But you have to make that very clear, because a lot of people are tempted just to blow up your party and invite 1,000 of their friends. The most important thing is just to show your excitement through the party. So whether you're getting excited for party night and you share a fun selfie or something, or your kids with the books, some type of picture or engagement post, just to kind of build that excitement for them as well. And then we always say not to spend too much time on making graphics, because it's not an income producing activity. But I feel like with Mystery Hostess Parties, there is some warrant for spending the time on creating unique extra graphics to make your parties more fun for a Mystery Hostess Party. So whether I'm creating a graphic to kind of share how to earn entries, by RSVPing, by showing on time, you get this many, by inviting a friend, each friend, you get this many points, for every $50 you spend, you get this amount of points. So it kind of breaks down what they need to do to earn the maximum amount of entries. So I spend time creating that type of graphic, or maybe a teaser graphic to show off some new titles, or maybe you have some new creative game that you can't find a graphic for, maybe spend time doing that. So really make sure that what you're creating is going to actually help the success of your party, instead of just wasting a lot of time creating graphics that might not be as beneficial. And then another thing that I spend a lot of time on is personal recommendations. I know this has been said a lot before, but I really feel like this helps the overall success of my party, is by spending the time doing recommendations. So maybe it's been a guest that hasn't been to a party for a while, you can give new book recommendations. If it's somebody that has been to a recent party, maybe just make a recommendation list for some of the new titles that are on hand. But I really feel like 95% of the people that I do personal recommendations for will show up to my party, and they'll also order. So it's a good investment of my time to spend the time making those personal recommendations, because they're in turn going to show up to my party most likely, and most likely they are going to order as well. Okay, now let's get into the live party post. Make sure I didn't forget anything. So the live party post, I really do follow a current script that we have. Maybe if it's one that was used last summer that you can tweak and add some personal graphics. Use the body of the templates that are already created, so you're not feeling like you're spending so much of your time creating new graphics, creating new templates, and it may or may not be a success. But go with something that you know that is going to work and be successful, and then inject your own personality, your excitement, some of these fun games and graphics that you've made, just to make this party a little bit more special and unique. I feel like also going live helps with all of that as well. So use that party script that you've already had. One thing I like to really talk up pre-party is being on time. So I always, in my Mystery Hostess parties, have an on-time roll call prize. That is hopefully going to get people to all show up all at one time, get them pumped up, keep them in my party, get them to order. The more people that you have to show up on time, the more likely they are going to stay for your party and place an order. Versus if you have nobody show up, or maybe they trickle in at random times, it's harder to keep their attention, harder to build that excitement, and harder to get them to order in the long run. So getting people there on time is super, super important. And I like to do this with an extra prize. Maybe talk it up as like a free new title of their choice, or a mystery book or something, just to kind of build that suspense and excitement, but to get them to show up on time. And in that on time post number 1, you're going to want to ask them a question and have them personal message you. So not only are you knowing who's there on time, you're also getting that personal connection through Facebook Messenger to have an open chat for further communication, maybe on putting together recommendations, maybe on checking in to see if they plan on ordering, or showing them videos and things of specific books that maybe have caught their interest that they want a closer look at. So that on-time roll call might ask a question like, personal message me a number 1 through 100. The person closest is going to win our on-time roll call prize. Or send me a silly GIF to show me how excited you are. Or send me your best Christmas gift. You know, whatever season you're in, you can kind of gear it around that. But make sure you type in all caps or with asterisks to personal message you this answer, because that's going to be the way to kind of get into that personal messenger if you're not already there. And then if you need to, you can put your m.me link. Usually in Mystery Hostess parties, you're already connected to all of these people, but occasionally you're not. And then the next thing I do in my party post, night of live party, is I like to go live. And I know this is super scary. I remember the first time I ever went live, I was super, super nervous. My voice was cracking. I was sweating. I was shaking. I was, you know, a hot mess, stumbling over my words. But I can promise you, the more that you do it, the easier it becomes over time. And I feel like it really gives your guest a sense of who you are as a consultant. And it shows your excitement for the books and for the party and for being there with them. So if you can do it scared. People aren't going to care if you're stumbling over your words. But the most important thing is to have a clean background, whether it be a bookshelf or a blank wall. Make sure you have good lighting. Even if you have to bring a lamp in from the other room, have that lighting in front of you. Try to keep the camera at eye level so that it looks like you're looking directly into their eyes, and then have books to show off to the side of the new titles and things like that. So do it scared, or even pre-record a video, whatever it is, just kind of show your personality and your excitement and be you. I'm very much an introverted person until I get to know people, so one thing that helped me that I heard in one of the trainings is to kind of jump around beforehand and think about something fun, like going to Disneyland or your son's birthday party, you know, something that made you very excited. Think about that as you're jumping around right before you hop on, and that will help to kind of get you overly excited for this live. Be sure to say hello and mention their names, welcome them, make a huge deal that they're there, make it, you know, thank them for coming, make a big deal so that they feel special and welcome to the party. One thing that I like to do, a good thing to do, is some type of hook. So maybe you've read, you know, the Read Aloud Handbook or something where you have a certain quote or something that you can share to kind of hook them in. Maybe a question that you can ask in the beginning, and some type of teaser. So I like, in my Mystery Hostess parties, I like to let them know, hey, after the party, I'm hopping back on to share some special deals with you. And so you want to let them know early on, just in case they pop off your live, that they need to stay for this party and join you at the end from some special, amazing deals that you have. And hopefully that will keep people around. Then I show off the new titles that I have and show them how amazing and cute they are. I will show off some more new titles during the party posts, and then have some type of call to action. So say, okay, now that we showed you all of these books, what is one book that you saw on this live that you would really love to add to your personal library? Or some type of question where it gets them to comment down in that post. The more that people comment, the more it bumps it up into the feed, and it's going to be more visible. Another thing I like to do is kind of in the beginning of that live, again, explain how to earn the prize entries. Get them to really talk up how, if they comment on each post, it's going to get them the X amount of extra entries into the Mystery Hostess drawing, and how important that is to kind of get those entries in, because you want people commenting on each party post. That is going to keep it visible for the rest of the guests and draw more guests into commenting and interacting as well. And so the majority of the time is going to be spent, for me anyways, on doing a live and showing off those new titles and explaining how to earn the extra prize entries. But I will have some additional posts in there as well. If you're using a current script, most likely it's going to have additional videos to show off extra new titles that we have. If you're using a really old script, then you might want to add a post of additional new titles that you've found, something that home office has provided, or maybe a YouTube video of an amazing leader that has shared about some of these new titles that maybe you didn't buy on hand and that you don't have to share. And then of course the usual posts about joining your VIP group, party survey, and the host and join and shop posts. So kind of the main live, additional new titles, VIP and surveys, those are super important because that's going to help you to know who wants to host, who might want to join your team, and then the host and join post and the shop post. And then from that point, I hop back on live again. And I like to just thank them again, really show my appreciation, my gratitude to them, maybe for coming to this party, or for shopping with me all year round, or for being my past hostesses. I just really, really express my gratitude and thankfulness to them. And then I talk about hosting. So January is double the host rewards, double the free books. That does not come around very often, so be sure to talk that up a lot. Or you could go out of the park with it and do some type of mystery hostess bags, which I heard from the lovely Lauren. And Kaylee's done it as well. There's these little gift bags that you can have behind you, maybe 5 to 10 or so, whatever. I've done too many, and sometimes I think that loses its effect, so maybe 5 to 10. And each bag has a number on it. So during that live, people can claim the bags behind you or in front of you. And they have to say, I claim bag 5, I claim bag 3, and live I'll open up and show them how many additional free books they can earn. So these books can range from maybe $20 to $50 in extra free books on top of the double rewards that are offered in January. The goal of each party is to get parties booked and also to get recruits. So this is really a good way if you are out of parties and you're wanting to really ramp up your January to get that ball rolling for the rest of the year. Do these party bags, these mystery hostess amounts. Some people have in one of the bags free books for a year. So be a little careful with that if you're giving away a lot of things. Because if you're giving away all the mystery hostess, maybe you could do the free books for a year and use your party bonus $50 credit at 65% off. And maybe you can use that from a couple different parties or something. But be careful if you're offering that free books for a year that you're not over offering too many other prizes. It may take away some of your commission, but at the same time, this is the goal of a mystery hostess party. 1, get people excited about the books. 2 is to get lots and lots of hostesses, and 3, to get recruits. So even if you don't make as much from this party, it's really going to set the tone for the rest of your January, which is going to trickle in from month to month for the rest of your year. So kind of think about that ahead of time. What do you want to offer? Is it going to be worth, the investment of your commission, that type of thing. And then another thing that's super important throughout the parties with your party posting is to be sure to comment on every post, every comment. Every time a guest comments on a post, try to reply to that comment and respond in some shape or form. I feel like that makes the parties more exciting, more engaging for the guests, and in turn they're going to keep commenting and interacting and just having a real fun time at their party. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about is a little bit of post-party, just making sure that I'm not forgetting anything. And it's usually the same outline as the current templates, current scripts. So you're going to have a post-party like day after. You're going to have some type of party poll just to kind of see where people are at. And then you're going to have parties extended. I usually always extend my party another day or two just to kind of give those last-minute stragglers some extra time to shop and order as well. And then one thing that I really like to do throughout maybe night of the party or post party, the day after or so, is just to keep updating the guest on where the party is at. In the past, I have done, another free book for every level that we hit. So maybe every $200 or $300 that the party hits, you're going to give another free book away. It could be a mystery book, it could be a new title, whatever you choose, could be a mini book. And so I feel like that really boosts excitement because every $300 I'm like drawing a winner. Hey, Sarah Jones, you're a winner of our $200 level. So it just kind of builds that excitement. People are winning stuff and more people are excited to order as well. Another thing is just to keep updating the level of the Mystery Hostess rewards. So, so far Mystery Hostess rewards are $150 and free and $200 and half off. Now we're at $300 and free and $250 at half off. So it just keeps updating the pot and people are like, oh my gosh, that's so many free books that I can earn. So if they keep seeing those posts going up with what level we're at, people know how many free books are in store and they're like, dang, I need to get an order in because I want a chance at winning that. So keep them excited. You could even have a picture of your silly goofy face showing as the picture for that post of what level we're at. You can create unique graphics, whatever you want to do, but just be sure that you're showing excitement for whoever's going to win these amazing books, and your excitement for them being at that party with you. And then another thing is, if it might be have mentioned in one of the other videos, but just sometimes my mystery hostess parties get quite large. My goal is always 50 or more RSVPs, usually 50 to 70 RSVPs, not personal message RSVPs. So sometimes I can be giving away quite a lot of free books. And so one thing you need to make sure you do ahead of time is, if you aren't wanting to cover the tax and shipping plus all the prizes, be sure in the fine print of one of your posts of the Mystery Hostess how to win, put in there, Mystery Hostess will win all the free and half price books from this party. They'll just be responsible for the tax and shipping. And make sure you talk about that in your live if you go live, just so there's no surprises and, anything hitting people hard at the end of the party when they've earned $400 in free books. So just kind of pre-warn them of that. Another thing that I like to do that helps the success of my parties is keeping a party log. So I'll be logging down every person that's kind of commented on the party. That shows me who's there, who have I given suggestions for, who was on time, who's ordered, who hasn't ordered, and it really helps me to make the most out of my party and being able to reach out from guests that have commented on the party post, who haven't ordered, and just really seeing how I can serve them, whether it's giving them recommendations or sharing a video of a book, maybe a new title if I can find one, or even kind of sharing some of my personal favorites. But anything that I can do to serve them, make them feel welcome, and just show my gratitude for them really goes a long way to helping a party be super fun and exciting, and helping them to get some of these new titles in their hands. So hopefully I didn't miss anything, but that's kind of what I do as far as posting. But just try as much as you can to show your excitement for the party, night of the party, pre-party, as you're doing those little teasers in your VIP groups and your personal page. Don't give it all away, but definitely show your excitement, be creative and unique with the pictures that you're creating as your little teasers. That way they're not seeing pictures that everyone else is posting. They might not be a stock graphic. It's more unique, maybe a unique picture of a book of a new title that you've just gotten, but something just to show your personality, your excitement, and just your creativity with this fun party that you're having. So hopefully that helps. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a wonderful time learning about Mystery Hostess parties. Bye guys.